Welcome, everyone.
Our,
Let's just wait a few minutes before we start the webinar today. We have a lot of people joining us. Welcome. Elias, what was your question?
I was just going to let you know that we already had 30 participants in the chat if you wanted to say hi. So we were on the same page.
Oh, cool. I figured we were. Happy Friday to everyone. We have a lot to cover today. So we're just going to wait another, I would say, 2 minutes. And unfortunately, I don't have some like music to go along with this. So just stand by while while more participants come on the line here. A lot of important information.
All right, so we'll have to get a speaker for our next webinar and just put it next to our laptop and play like elevator music.
I know. I was thinking something that's really Friday appropriate. Not necessarily elevator music. All right. Welcome, everyone. We're just going to wait a few minutes to make sure everyone that wants to be on this is on it. Otherwise, we are recording it. All right. Maybe 30 seconds more. We're going to start this. All right. Should we start this, guys?
I think so.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Iris Weinstein. I'm the Director of Strategic Partnerships and Sales for the ISSA show. And we have John Gebhardt and Elias Haas on this webinar as well. We are your sales team, and we are going to go through every single thing you're going to need to know to set up your booth for the show coming up in November. We have a lot of slides to go through. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. We will get to them. Some of them we will get as we go through, and then some we will do at the very end. And if you have any questions after that, you can easily send us a message individually or through the sales@isssashow.com. So we're gonna start with Elias, who's gonna kick us off here.
Well, I'm gonna kick us off, but
no
worries.
John's gonna kick us off.
No worries, guys. Sorry, my slide is. So first thing we wanted to talk about with you guys is just I've gotten some questions about show dates and times. So just so everyone knows, the 13th is just an education day. If you have an all access pass, you're happy to go to all those education sessions if you want to. But the opening of the show is November 14th, and then the show runs through the 16th and ends at 2 p.m. So just so everyone knows, Monday is just a setup day. It is not, your booth does not have to be ready by that day. My slide deck is going a little slow today. I'm sorry. Got it. Sorry. All right, so what comes with the standard booth? We wanted to kind of talk about basic things so everybody knows what comes with a standard 10 by 10 booth: 8-foot high back drape, 3-foot wing drape, Our aisle carpet this year is Blue Jay, and then you get an ID sign. Now, we do not require you to have carpet in your booth. We just require you to have some sort of flooring. So if you want to order carpet, that's great, but you do have to have some sort of flooring. That is the one rule that we require. It has been mandatory on this show for as long as Iris has told me. So that is one thing you have to do. So make sure you order carpet or you bring in your own flooring. Everything else above and beyond that is at your own expense, and you can order that through the GES portal. So as you guys can see here, this is our exhibitor portal that everybody goes into. One of the key features that we notice a lot that people don't do on this, that didn't do last year, or you want to make sure you're up to date on doing that now, is updating your company listing. So we kind of wanted to go in a step-by-step process and show you guys how that works a little bit. That some of you do know this, but some of you have not done it or just need a refresher. So that's why we're doing it. So basically, if when updating your profile, just click the exhibitor checklist tile right here. And then you'll go to this company listing page. And basically, if you upgraded your listing, you will see these other items like add collateral, add company logo. If you did innovation, you've seen this, add show offers, these things. But everybody will see this number 14, review and update your company profile, which is mandatory. That is what we want you guys to make sure you're doing. If you guys can do that today, that's great. But doing it in the next week, we highly, highly, highly want you to do that, because you're going to see past due. It doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means that we want you to do it as soon as possible.
By September 1st.
There we go. Thank you, Iris. Then once you click that number 14 right there, you will come to this page. This is your company information. Make sure the company name, the address, you get this description. Sorry, I scrolled past it. Your description is exactly how you want it to look right there. And then make sure you update your product categories as well. That is an important feature to this, because those did not transfer over from last year. So make sure you update your product categories, and then make sure you click that approve data button. That is a big, big piece to the puzzle. So again, little quick refresher, log into the portal, click the checklist, click that number 14. It'll take you to your company listing right here. Make sure all this information is good, update the product categories, and approve the data. That is by September 1st. That is what we'd love for you guys to do. And what we kind of wanted to show you guys is the difference between like a basic and an upgraded listing, because sometimes we get questions about like, well, what is this and what is that? So what you're seeing here is your basic listing. This has the company name, booth number, contact information, and the description. When you get an upgraded listing, as you can see, you get these images. You can talk about the images within the product. You also get, what we're showing here is the level 2 listing that get the corner peel on the floor plan. So this is just a great way to showcase your guys' products, because all the attendees are starting to come in here, especially in September. That's when everything tracks up about 2 months before the show. And they're looking at education and they're looking at you guys, to be honest. So these upgraded listings get such more visibility. And the key factor is when you click this plus sign right here, or any of these plus signs, you get that person as a lead. So that is, I cannot express enough how important it is to get a level 1 or a level 2 on this show. I think it's the best bang for your buck we have. Then you see right here, this is just the pricing for those. I think the stats speak for themselves with how many average leads the upgraded listing gets compared to those that are basic. So as you can see, that's our basic pricing structure right there. What I showed you first was a basic listing. What I showed you second was a level 2. The level 1 is kind of the sweet spot in between there, where you get everything else that's included with the level 2. You just don't get that corner peel image or that product spotlight. So hopefully everybody can just go in, update your profile at the very least by September 1st. And now I'm going to hand it over to Elias to talk about our ISSA show planner.
Thank you, John. So this is our My Show Planner. Every exhibitor and attendee will have to download this for the show. It's an app on your phone that will tell you everything you need to know about the show. Some of the most important items that we wanted to touch on this webinar would be the education sessions and networking events that you can review. We provided the website link for the ISSAshowplanner.com for you to go in, make your password and profile, I just did this last week, so now is a better time to also come in and also make your profile for the show. One of the other items that we also have on here that will be very helpful is the networking and chatting tool. This gives you the opportunity to speak with attendees directly. So definitely a great way to increase your exposure at the show, as well as increase your lead generation. And then as well, if you have entered the Innovation Award program, or even if you'd like to go check out all the products that have been already uploaded to the site, you can go there and vote for the Innovation Award as well. Next slide, please. And this is kind of the main page where you'll see the tiles. To reemphasize, John, if you are an upgraded listing, you are included in the featured exhibitors tab that you see right here on the right. So definitely a great way to increase your exposure from all the attendees that will be coming to this page, as well as you can see there's the Innovation Awarded product entries right there that you can click on and review. So definitely something you want to make sure that your upgraded profiles all up to date for all the exhibitors and attendees that will be coming to this My Show Planner app to add you guys for lead generation. And then next slide. And then these are some of the most important dates that we really wanted to touch on here leading up to the show. The two I'm going to really emphasize here is this GES and Mandalay Bay ordering one. We have a discount until October 24th. So you want to make sure you go into your exhibitor checklist. You'll see a tile directly for ordering GES or ordering electricity through Mandalay Bay, which is the MBCC that you see right here on October 24th, as well as that shipping deadline on November 7th. You definitely want to be aware of that. And then next slide, please. And then here on our right, we've also provided all of our service contractors that we work with, kind of helps you break out the detail of what is GES and then what may need to be ordered through Mandalay Bay, as well as provided some of the contact information for your team as well. Sometimes the sales team can't help at this stage of the process, so it's definitely helpful to have these hotlines as well. As well as you'll see this ISSA show trade show partner on all of the emails. That's how you know that the contact information is coming from us and not a third-party source. And then next slide. And then this on your exhibitor checklist is your targeted move-in plan. So you will see this as well on that checklist that John showed earlier. This is for your booth move-in dates, when you guys will be able to move in, what time. It is color coordinated based on which booth you're in. When you guys log into your checklist, you will see more instructions and details on this actual PDF. This is just a screen grab we gave you guys just for reference. So when you do log in there, it will make a lot more sense for when you guys need to move in and need to be there for the show. And then next slide. And this is also a screen grab from that exhibitor checklist. Just that way we can make it as simple as possible for your team. As you can see here on the right, there's that order GES services, order MBCC services, as well as that targeted move-in map that we just referenced in the slide before. These are all on your exhibitor checklist. You can click on them. One thing to note that I did have an exhibitor today on the phone with is make sure you do not click the big circle box on the left that checks it off to say you've completed it. If you have not completed it yet, but you accidentally do check that, please check your completed section. That way you can still find that link to order GES services. So just a helpful tip to be on the lookout for a while on there. And then now I'm going to hand it off to Iris, who is going to break down exhibitor registration for you guys and help you with all the questions you may have. You're on mute, Iris.
It's Friday, guys, right? So exhibitor registration just opened last week, and there are a lot of instructions for us to go through to make sure that all of your booth staff is registered. So I wanted to put in the booth staff calculation so you guys know what your complimentary booth staff badges look like in the portal. So for every 100 square feet, you get one booth staff badge. And then for being an ISSA member, you also get 2 booth staff badges. And then you'll also get additional badges if you are a bronze through platinum sponsor. Each additional badge after that is $75 per person. And if you wanted to have your staff go to any of the education, it is $99. And that $99 conference pass includes access to the show floor. So we're going to show you step by step, but please note, when we set up this program, we actually included all of the primary contacts as the person that is the first person you're going to see when you actually click on the tile where it says booth exhibitor registration. So that person will appear first. That person is either going to be attending the show, or they're going to just be the person who is not attending the show, but is registering everyone else. So this is the home screen, and that exhibiting primary contact on top is what you originally signed in your exhibit application. Where it says allotment overview, that's just booth staff badges that are complimentary. And then we have a whole menu item on the left side, and I'm going to go over that as we go through here. So next slide. All right. So as I said, that primary contact, this is the first thing you're going to see when you actually go into registration. There are, as I said, that person either is going to attend the show, they're going to select exhibitor, expo only from allocation. If they are not attending the show, there is actually another drop down in here that says primary contact. The primary contact is only the person who is not going to the show. So, and then as I said before, member paid 75 means that you have already used your allocated booth staff badges. Now you're going to be paying for those additional. And then conference means that you want access to all of the education taking place starting on Monday and goes throughout the week. That's $99. So next slide. All right. So you can register individuals, or you can register as a group. So group registration is, you'll be adding the information in. There is no Excel spreadsheet to upload. You're going to have to put in each person individually. What you're seeing here is once you've added all of your staff, you can see every single one of your staff by selecting registrant search. When you go into registrant search, can you go to the next slide, please? You are going to be able to add on any additional items that you want that staff person to have. For example, if you can go to the next slide. If you want to purchase a big bash ticket for that individual, any of the residential roundtables, or the cocktails and conversations, or the Hygeia event, or any of the other spotlights, you can add that on to the individual record. If you can go back one slide, I greatly appreciate it. All right. So you will also see in the add-ons, there's a whole section called workshops. Those workshops are really geared towards the attendee, but there may be a few that would be relevant to you. You could also add on those workshops in that section as well. Now, let's just say you have an individual you registered today, but they canceled because of a family emergency and you need to replace them. You are not going to cancel that individual in registration. You're going to go into that record and you're going to change the contact information. So this way you can make those changes obviously throughout the next several months and into even on site. The visa letter, we already have a tile in the exhibitor portal that has the form to fill out for the visa letter. So this is not as important within the registration portal. And then if any title changes, or you want to make any additional changes to these details, you can always go to edit details on the top left there. All right, let's continue on. All right, next slide. All right, so Exhibitor registration. Now at the menu item on the left side is your lead retrieval. So many of you have purchased lead retrieval through your exhibit application. It is still not too late to add lead retrieval through the sales team. It is $575. If you just go into the lead retrieval section, the list price is $630. So you could, if you wanted to add lead retrieval, and that means a 3-pack, 3 licenses to add to any of your devices for your staff. So please reach out to us. We can add it easily for you. If you have already ordered lead retrieval, you're going to receive a couple of communications from Stova, which is our registration company. Can you go to the next slide? All right. So Stova is going to send you 2 emails. One email on the left side is just going to welcome you, or excuse me, on the right side it's just going to give you a summary of what you ordered. And then the left email is basically going to give you your username, and then you set your own password. This allows you to customize your lead retrieval system. So if you wanted to capture certain, data, you can customize that, and and you can make those changes to it. If you can go back to the previous screen. All right, so if you have not ordered lead retrieval and you're like, I don't know yet what our needs are, and it's October 31st, and you want to go in and you want to purchase it, you're going to go into lead retrieval. It's going to give you instructions to select a link. Then you're going to put in the show code ISSA 23. Once you get in there, you're going to find your company name in the drop-down menu, and then you're going to be able to, then you get a bunch of items that you can order. You can order a device that captures lead retrieval, but you can also purchase that 3-pack. And that's basically lead retrieval right now. Let's go to the next 2 slides. Yeah. All right. So there was a lot of information I went through with Exhibitor Reg, lead retrieval. Please reach out to us if you have any questions. Now I'm going to switch to housing and travel, which many of you have already heard. We still have plenty of space available in our 6 hotels in our housing block. This is just an example of the rates. These are not today's rates, and it also really depends on what dates you do want to reserve. So please go in there and see what housing is available. Now, if we can continue to the next one is travel. And we've also gone over this a couple of times, where we actually now have some great travel discounts for different airlines, as well as Hertz rental car company. So please use these special links to get your discount. We have noticed in right now for airline pricing is that the rates have definitely come down from the last 3 months. So on average, you're looking at anywhere from, depending on where you're coming from, it could be, $350 to $600. And of course, if you live closer to Las Vegas, it's definitely going to be less money. So please go to the travel discount page on our website. Next slide. All right, so I would be remiss if I did not mention the biggest event that we're offering this year at the ISSA show, which is the Big Bash, which is sponsored by Spartan Chemical. And our entertainment is going to be Seventh Heaven, which is this great Chicago rock band sponsored by Ascendant. So there are still some great packages out there to sponsor this event. And with these packages, there are some tickets. If you have guests that you would like to purchase a ticket for, you would actually reach out to one of your sales reps and order those tickets through us. It is not something you can do in registration. The only thing you, like I said before, what you can do in registration is add the Big Bash ticket to a booth staff that you have registered. So, please reach out to us on any of the packages. And next slide. All right, many of you have been asking about this, and some of the deadlines are coming up. Meeting rooms and meeting hubs. What's the difference and what are the deadlines? So a meeting room, the pricing is per day and it starts at $1,500. The deadline to reserve these meeting rooms is September 15th. There is a form in the exhibitor portal that you can complete and send over to your sales team member. Meeting rooms are not available during trade show hours, and we do have a limited number of meeting rooms that are remaining. So if you're planning on having a sales meeting with your team or entertaining some of your customers, please reach out to us with this meeting room form. Meeting hubs. So meeting hubs are actually on the show floor. They're basically a turnkey package to meet with your customers in a private area on the show floor. We have a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 20 option. The deadline for these meeting hubs is October 1st or when we sell out. And if you go to the floor plan, you will see this area highlighted in blue. And if you would like to get more information, please reach out to your sales rep. I did include in here what comes with your meeting hub, so you have an idea of what furnishings, in case you have an interest. This form as well is in the exhibitor portal. Next screen or slide. All right, the guest program. So this also was just launched last Friday. So this is the opportunity where you get to invite your customers or prospects to the show. What you're going to be, you're going to go into the portal and you're going to see a guest program tile. And when you go into it, which is right here, when you go into it, you're going to see underneath where Abelman, you'll see this feather. It says Access Dashboard. You're going to select the dashboard and you're going to see this welcome page. You can edit your information on the first tile below there. What that means is we actually included your logo. If you wanted to put a logo in there, you would have to go into edit. If you want to add your description or shorten your description, you could also edit that feature. Then you have two options. You can see your landing page, which will include all the information you put into the edit my information. And then we've also it tells the customer that they'll get a free or complimentary expo only pass. And they also get 10% off an all access pass. Now, we also, this is what we call Feather. And in the third tile where it says Invite My Network, it is a third party area where you can actually invite, you can upload a list or you can actually send emails out individually and invite your customers to the show. So there's two different invitations that say the same thing. It just gives you different options. Lastly, on here, we also included an email signature banner ads, as well as your signature on your and other banner ads that you can use to promote that you're exhibiting at the show. Play around with this section. If you guys have any questions, of course, reach out to us. Let's go to the next screen. All right, so many of you closer to the show ask about media and who's coming to the show and who, well, what list do we have? So we've actually included a tile in the exhibitor portal of all of our media contacts in the cleaning industry. So again, this is a information from all of the media out there in our industry that we've gathered in one place. As the show, as registration, continues throughout the months, we will actually have a list of media that will be attending the show. If you can go to the next slide. All right, so many of you want to connect with the industry media. So what we have new this year is Meet the Press opportunity for exhibitors to meet the industry's leading media brands. This will take place in the Clean Meat Zone, booth 1001. We have 2 meetups, Tuesday and Wednesday, both at 1:30. It's a 30-minute, casual come there and kind of interact with the media. Another thing that we're doing differently is that we do have a press hub that will be within the Innovation Showcase and Theater. And so media will be there, they'll be writing, they'll be able to receive your press kits. And of course they can meet with exhibitors. And then lastly, we are doing digital publication bins this year. So our media partners will have a QR code for individuals to be able to download, the latest edition of their newsletter magazine. So, and that's going to be located in the main entrance area. And we're super excited for you guys to be able to interact with the media more than we've ever have. So continue to the next slide, please. All right, Clean Meat Zone. So besides the Meet the Press, we have all kinds of meetups taking place. I wanted to put in here a little highlight of some of the meetups, as well as to let you know that we've designed this area. It's a lounge, but we have a couple things going on. One is it's a headshot lounge that will take place on Tuesday and Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 3. We also have a bunch of fireside chats happening that will talk about personal branding. And then we have the meetup. So, we have in here the Hygeia group will have a women's meetup. ISSA Residential is going to be doing a meetup. And then IFMA will do a facility manager meetup. So exhibitors are invited to interact with any of these types of attendees. Next slide. All right, so this is something new through ISSA. So ISSA Advocacy has a End Period Poverty campaign, and they're going to be doing a volunteer opportunity on the show floor in the ISSA Experience Hub. So I just wanted to mention that we are looking for products to put inside these hygiene bags that will be given out to, if you can go to the next slide, that will be given out to the featured charity, which is Purse Power, and they are located in Las Vegas. And there is additional sponsorship opportunities. If you are interested in either product donation or the sponsorships, please just contact me directly. All right, next slide. All right, so we went through a lot of information. We're gonna continue with John talking about some of the sponsorship and opportunities available.
All right, guys. So we just wanted to highlight a few things that are still available and some good highlights. So as we first got here, our digital monthly Innovation Insight e-newsletter, our one went out this week, actually, which is what you're seeing here. It doesn't have the whole newsletter on there, but it is a good clip and a picture of Rubbermaid's ad that they did. It looks really clean. It's a great advertising. And the great thing about all the companies that got an ad in this one, they're going to get a lead report from that 50,000 sends. So this is our really only true digital lead generation tool newsletter that we have. So basically for September, October, and November, we have the standard product listing still available for the 1800, so that very low cost point to get in. We still have some slots available for those. And if you want to go post-show, we have upgraded and standard still available. So this is just a really good product at these low price points you're seeing that we can't recommend enough to take advantage of. And honestly, you're looking at the 22 stats up there. What those stats don't tell you is the 3 months that we're coming into right now are going to be the best months, and they're higher than that percentage. So highly recommend getting involved in this if you haven't, if you got a product, and don't let the innovation part of it scare you. If it's just a product that you guys want to showcase, we love to have it in the newsletter. Next one is our monthly e-newsletter. So we have ones that are going out September, October, November. We're looking to still sell some slots. We have some November slots already taken with the premiere banner and the featured. But for October, we're still looking to sell slots in here. This goes out to all the attendees going to the show. So another great way, you're seeing the look and feel of it here. As you can see, the open rate is great on these because they are all the attendees. The attendees look for this information. So this is a great way to, again, at a lower cost point option, as you're seeing, to get involved and do some sponsorship. The what's hot right here is something we've kind of pushed. This is new this year. It is our digital guide, our digital Q&A session. So we are going to release once before, 2 weeks before the show, and then another email 1 week before the show. So a great way to do a little Q&A. You get an ad. You get to answer these questions about how your company handles supply chain. What can people expect from you at the show? There's a couple other questions in there. And it's just a good way to spotlight what people are going to see from you and what your company is bringing to the market. So again, not a high cost point for considering you get it released twice, and you do get some really good branding with this. So the deadline for this is in September. So make sure to come to us in that time frame. Obviously sooner the better, but we'll make it work. But obviously this is something that's kind of a top of mind thing, and we love for you guys to get involved.
And then I wanted to add is that I have a new background today, which is a sneak peek of what the actual newsletter, what's hot is actually going to look like. It is going to be in a magazine format. So you'll have the question and answers on one side of the page and an advertisement on the other side of the page. So we're really excited about this new product.
And then we cover our innovation program, which is what we are known for. We have a bunch of people that have already uploaded their entry online. For those of you that have, they're already in the program, thank you. For those that you haven't, it's a good thing to start uploading. But for those of you who are not in the innovation program yet, this is a great program to be involved in for us. We take a lot of pride in it. And what we really wanted to showcase with this slide is that, you know, people look at it as like, oh, just the bigger companies. No, everybody has an opportunity in the innovation program. We have all these different categories: distributor choice, residential choice, manufacturer rep choice, facility provider choice. We have honorees, and then of course our innovation of the year and our sustainability of the year award that we added last year. So these are all companies that are in our innovation program already, and we just want to show you guys the wide range and the value it brings. If anything about innovation, it's a great way to get yourself some marketing tools for after the show as well. We provide so much with the program. I know Iris has vast amount of experience selling this. I'm passionate about it. We have a great team behind it. So if you have something this year, it is not too late. Please reach out to us. We would love to get you guys signed up and help you make it a great experience with your innovation award. And then just some of the deliverables here. Like we said, you get a pre-show interview, which that process has already started. You get a 10-minute presentation at show site. You get to showcase it on one of these pedestals. So we just provide so much for you guys that do innovation. So if it's something you're interested in, please reach out to Iris, Elias, or myself, and we'd love to help you. And then lastly, on sponsorship, just some general branding that we wanted to showcase you guys at a lower cost point. We have the floor graphics, which the 4x4, the picture doesn't do it justice. It is a great way to showcase your product. And then we also have the aisle sign, another less affordable way to get your brand. Again, the picture, smaller than it looks. It's a great branding opportunity. It pops. People that bought this and before have definitely told me it draws people to their booth. So that's the game of the game. So anything you can do to help with that, I think these two things are great. And then we have any questions. And then of course, our last slide with our family members.
Perfect. So the first question is there a charge to meet the media?
There is no charge to meet the media.
Perfect. And then the next question is, are the Clean Meat Zone events a part of the education sessions, or can anyone interact?
Anyone can interact, exhibitors, attendees.
Perfect. And then the last one is just what's the cost to participate in the Innovation Award Program?
Innovation is $6,000 per product.
And those are all the questions we have right now. So if you guys have any more questions, please feel free to use the Q&A or the webinar chat at this point, and we will answer them live.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I added one new picture to our family here, just so you guys can get to know us a little better. My daughter Jasmine adopted a skunk from the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo in Colorado. And we went to go visit over the summer, and that's a picture. They just had an actual litter of 15 skunks. So we love animals. So just wanted to mention that. Any other questions?
Nope, we don't have any other questions at this time.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. I know we went through a lot, but we're always here to answer any questions. And it is 3 months to the show, and we look forward to getting to the Mandalay Bay. So I know that it's a lot for everyone to get everything organized and prepared, but we're here to help every step of the way. So thank you, everyone, and have a great weekend.
Iris, hold on, sorry. Yes, there will be a recording available to everyone after. These are usually uploaded to YouTube the following week and to your Exhibitor portal as well. And then Iris, we did have one last question come in. Any updates on attendance? So if you'd like to tell them about the hotel and attendee booking rate, you could do that.
Okay. Just attendance, we have over 3,000 attendees already registered. And we are increasing every single day. Now that the guest program has opened officially, that number is just going to increase. And we are definitely ahead of where we're at from 2019, actually, especially with the housing. We track attendee and exhibitor housing per day. Or excuse me, per night. So I can tell you right now for attendees, we have the attendee housing is equivalent to where we were at in 19. So we're really excited to hear and to know that people are coming to the event this year, that we really feel that this is going to be our big coming out party, that we're hopefully over the pandemic, and we'll be back to pre-pandemic numbers. So please invite your guests and your customers so we can get there.
Perfect, Iris. We're all good to go now.
All right. Have a great weekend, everyone.
See y'all. Thanks for attending.